సిజేఐ బిఆర్ గవాయ్ మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. ఇప్పుడు ఆ లైవ్ చూద్దాం.
Soul of the Constitution. And therefore, Keshavanand Bharati held that the fundamental rights as well as the directive principles are together are necessary for progress of the nation. It was held that fundamental rights are those rights which are necessary for a human being, for a citizen to live a dignified life as a human being. Whereas the directive principles were the principles which govern the state, the legislature, and they guide them in order to enact the laws and take steps to further the promise of economic and social justice. Some of the honorable judges also held that the courts are also states within the meaning of Article 12, and therefore it is the duty of the courts also to interpret the laws and decide the cases in accordance with the directive principles. And therefore we find that in the 75 years of the Constitution, we have found the executive, the legislature and the judiciary to be on the same page, and particularly after 1973. Many of the laws have been enacted in furtherance of the promise of the social and economic justice, like the Agriculture Ceiling Act, wherein a person cannot hold an agricultural land beyond a particular holding. The tenancy laws, wherein those persons who were tenants of the agricultural lands became owners thereof. And these all laws were held to be constitutional by the court, taking recourse to fundamental rights, particularly Article 39, 2B and C, which ensures the equitable distribution of the resources of the country. Though the fundamental rights of the citizens were affected by such enactments, the Parliament, the legislature enacted them and the courts upheld them. Insofar as scheduled caste and scheduled tribe is concerned, to which again the Honorable Chief Justice referred with regard to reservation, the earlier view, as could be found in the cases of Devdas and Balaji, was that sub-article 4 of Article 16 was an exception to the main article of 16, and it was only a permissible way of providing reservation. But however, the 7 judges bench in N.M. Thomas overruled that view, and it held that Article 16(4) was only an empathetic way of saying that it is already inbuilt in Article 14 and Article 16. It held that Article 14 and 16 promise an equality of opportunity to all the citizens in the country. But it said that equality of opportunity does not mean that equal opportunity to all the citizens. It said that if equal opportunity to provide it to all the citizens, then it will lead to nothing else but more inequalities. And therefore a special treatment to those who are lagging behind was already inbuilt in Article 14 and Article 16. It has been further carried forward in Indra Sawhney, the 9 judges bench, which held that the reservation was not an anti-meritarian, and it also held that the reservation could be provided even by an executive instruction, and it was not necessary that it has to be by